Hi, my love. Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be your tarot reading. We're going to be doing love. So this is going to be focusing on love energy for you. I have a few decks that I just kind of pulled aside that I want to work with. Mainly going to be working with the Victorian Romantic Tarot. But I also feel like I will pull some psychic tarot of the heart for you. And maybe some energy oracle. So we'll just see how I feel. But anyway, we're going to be looking into this situation that you've been in with this particular person that you are asking about. I guess what happened was you've had some time to spend with this person, and this person said things that pretty much have you all confused now as to where you stand together. I have to say, when I read your email and was, focusing on connecting with the situation, I have to say that my intuition is telling me that he's not worth your time. And I have to say that with love because I know that ultimately you're going to be making the decisions you want to make for yourself. But any person that strings someone along for as long as this person has been doing, I really feel like they're all out for themselves. They're focused on themselves. They're focused on what good are they going to get out of the whole situation? What are they going to how are they going to benefit from this connection that they have with you, right? So I feel like they're playing games is what they're doing. They're playing really heavy games because it's really affecting your heart. It's affecting the way that you feel about yourself, and it's frustrating, and it's a back and forth. And so my personal opinion, based on the energy that I picked up from that situation, is that this person is really showing their true colors. And it's kind of like they'll pull back from you and they'll give you some distance, and then they come back again and maybe say things or do things that make you feel like oh, well, maybe they are being serious this time, or maybe their feelings have changed, that kind of thing. They play a lot of those games. So these cards flew out as I was saying that. Death, the Sun, and the Six of Wands. The Death card definitely is kind of like saying the need for putting an end to a situation. The finality of something is coming up. Whenever a death card is present, it's usually talking about the ability to open a new door. But whenever we're given an opportunity for change, transformation, taking the next step, that kind of thing, there's always something that has to end or replace it. Okay? We have the Sun and the Six of Wands. This is a card of like kind of saying that the choice to move forward is going to be a successful one, and it will bring more happiness to you with the Sun card. That's how I'm referring to that, because I do feel like, oh, my cards are they all mixed in? Let's see. Oh, maybe it's just my deck. I'll flip it over. I don't like to read reversals, so okay. Yeah. We have Love Abounds, we have Change Your Focus, and then we have Love. So that's powerful because I'm taking that I am interpreting this to say the moment that you close the door and then you end this chapter with this particular person that we're talking about, you're going to see pretty much the clouds parting ways. I'm getting like that mental image of like the light is finally being let into the dark room. And then the Six of Wands is a card of success. It's a card of praise. You're going to have a lot of people who maybe have been standing on the sidelines who are going to tell you, girl, you need it. You've needed to do this for a long time. Finally, you can, be strong, walk away from this powerful, and see that there's going to be some new opportunities, because I feel like the Death card coming up is saying you're not seeing opportunities of other love, which is what's popping up here in the future. You're not seeing those opportunities of other love with other people because you're still tied up with this one person. So when most of your energy and your time, your heart is tied up with someone else, of course you're not going to have opportunities or see the opportunities that are going to be that are available to you with someone else, because you're so focused on wanting it with this one individual. But the change your focus card at the core is really telling me it's time that you really start seeing things for what they truly are. No more giving this person the benefit of the doubt. I really feel like this is a matter of you taking ownership of your power and taking it back, because I feel like this person has somewhat been able to manipulate you in a way. I feel like their words are manipulative. And, and I gave them the benefit of the doubt too, because I've read for you in the past regarding the same individual, and I was hopeful, I was very hopeful that this person was going to turn around and be really forward and, really change their ways of the way that they're dealing with love. I've always felt, and I still do feel like this person has so much inner work to do. I feel like they push a lot of stuff under the rug. I feel like they just dismiss a lot of their past issues. And when you have someone who's failing to do that, it's almost like they don't see the importance of focusing on themselves, and they just run to the next available person, and then they end up being toxic to that person because they're not taking care of business with themselves. They're not going through their healing process. They're not seeing, why is their actions interfering with other people's lives, that kind of thing. So it's just a different vibe, and I'm being very, very forward with you because that's the feeling I'm getting. I really want to read from a point of being able to read for you guys. You guys meaning all of you guys who are watching, and my client included. Being able to read for you guys from a very honest standpoint. I try my best not to tell you guys what to do. I want to give you guys that open opportunity to make your own choices and use the cards and what comes through as guidance for that. But there's some times where I really feel like you need to hear it in that way. Like you need to hear the truth. And I feel like sometimes people need a little bit of like a push, a gentle push, And so that's what I'm giving here for you, love, because I do feel like you need to hear it. I feel like you've been very patient. You actually been more than patient with this person. And it seems like, yes, it was a good thing that they came back to you and that kind of thing, and whatever it was that they said, you didn't specify. But my vibe is telling me that they may have been saying things to get you, giving you some hopes and getting you to feel like, okay, there's this process might be changing, or maybe this person is finally seeing, the way I wanted him to see it. When in reality, it's like he's just reeling you in again, only to kind of put some separation and then reel you back in again when he feels like you're pulling back. So I really feel that. I feel like it's a lot of games, and it really frustrates me when I see my clients be taken advantage of by people like that, because people like that don't they don't see the error in their ways. They don't see the kind of damage, the potential damage that they're doing to other people with their hearts. And that's very frustrating, because it's just, to me, it's like you're dealing with another person's heart and their feelings and their emotions, and people invest that into other people, and it's sad. So what I'm seeing here is like the opportunity for you to grow, okay? We have the World card, and that's so powerful. For you to receive World, this is just basically, it's telling you this is the end of the cycle. Whenever World pops up, it's really indicating that whatever situation we're reading about, it's time to put an end. It's time to, you know, end the sentence, put the period, let's start a new chapter. It's the end of a story. It's the end of a cycle. And definitely in this situation, I feel like the cards are saying this is the end of this cycle with this person. It's time for you to really put your foot down with them. Tell them how you feel. Tell them what your expectations are, what you want. And if they're not able to fulfill that, then you move forward. And if moving forward includes leaving them behind because they choose not to participate in any future growth with you, then that's their decision. But I feel like that's what the world is saying. It's time for you to move forward. You deserve so much better. You deserve somebody who is going to give you the time of day. We have a Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, and that's definitely like a Knight of Pentacles. He's very Knight of Pentacles can be very patient people. They could be very like they say the right things. But at the same time, if we're looking at the negative, if we're looking at this in a reversed state, which is how I'm seeing it, a Knight of Pentacles can be very manipulative. They know how to be patient and crafty with their feelings and their words to manipulate the people that they're trying to womanize. They're the people they're trying to, you know, keep around. It's almost like I get the feeling like he likes to have multiple pillows to fall on because he doesn't want to be alone. I feel like he doesn't like to be single, but he also doesn't want to commit either. He's in that weird limbo phase. He's in that in-between stage, and that can be very problematic for anyone else who comes into contact with him, which is, you know, the women that he chooses to see, because that is playing with emotions. And that is exactly what I'm seeing with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups shows a lot of the women that he's interacting with, yourself included, may be failing to see the truth. You know, you guys have really high and strong intuition. Everybody does. But if you refuse to listen to it and you refuse to take action based on the feelings that you get, your intuition, you weaken it. And so I feel like for you, it's almost like something's telling you that something's not right. Something's telling you that it's time to move on, but you give him the benefit of the doubt because that is a cycle you have always been doing for so long now. And the cards that I see that are coming up for you are kind of indicating it's time to end it. It's time to end that cycle. And he is not going to be the one to do that. It's going to be you, because he's having fun eating his cake and having his cake and eating it too, right? He's talking to you. He's talking to someone else. Perhaps he's doing whatever he's doing. He's living his life, but he doesn't have multiple strings attached for the long haul. It's kind of like he knows how to work you guys, and that's very frustrating to see that, because it's just not cool when you're dealing with someone else's feelings, right? So what I'm seeing here is, especially with this one, you have the two fives, and fives, like I always say fives are a problematic number. In the tarot, the fives are so challenging, and this one is feeling alone. So it's almost like you are not listening to yourself, because like I said, I feel like this Five of Cups is you intuitively ignoring your feelings, where you may feel like this isn't the right fit or something's up, you know. Maybe you know it's time to move on, but you're not ready to acknowledge that because you're still focused on maybe he'll change. But the feeling alone is basically saying it's revealing what's really deep within you, that you do feel alone, and maybe you're afraid of being alone. Maybe you're afraid of being completely single and detaching yourself from somebody who feels so familiar, which is you know, his energy may feel familiar to you. But at the same time, when you take that risk of letting him go and cutting it all off, I feel like there will be other opportunities that will finally step in because you're not clogging the path, the energy flow with this. Okay? Right below the Knight of Pentacles, we have dreams coming true. So I feel like it's almost a case of like, when we have daydreams and decisions, this is something that is floating on your mind. You're constantly going back and forth. Do I stay? Do I go? Should I give him another chance? Should I move on? And then the dreams coming true is almost like saying, like, when you're ready to move forward with the world, when you're ready to cut things and cut the ties and tell him what you want, and if he's not gonna deliver, then you move forward. That's how you'll know that that shift is gonna happen. I don't know how else to say it. I just feel like right now everything looks like it's like ending, and it might feel like the end of the world to you. You know, it's not easy to cut habits, you know what I mean, like to end habits, or it's not easy to cut off certain people that we've devoted so much time and energy to. But I feel like sometimes it's necessary, because then, only then, you will see the light, you know, light up and illuminate your dark room, so that you could see what other opportunities are there. What other doorways are going to reveal themselves to you? What other pathways can you embark on? And most importantly, what other people are waiting for you on the other side to meet you, you know? So it's just, that's a very strong message I felt like I needed to deliver to you. I apologize if it felt very forward. You know, I don't want you to feel like I'm telling you what to do. I urge you to deeply contemplate your situation, your heart, and silence everybody else around you, and really just pay attention inward. And this is good through meditation. You know, set that intention of asking for some guidance about your situation. What is your true heart telling you to do, you know? And silence everybody else, myself included, and silence us all, and really listen to yourself and see what your next move should be. You know, knowing what the cards are saying in this reading, knowing your feelings, knowing the actions of the people involved, take all of that into consideration. But ultimately, your decision for what you do next that comes from you. And I urge you to truly give yourself that time to think about it, because I think there's more waiting for you, and this isn't the one. I feel like there's something better on the way, but it's not gonna come into fruition as long as you have this other person around, because a lot of your time and your energy is invested into that person, and you won't even notice the other opportunities if they're around you. Okay, so I want to leave you with just some gentle advice. Let's pull a card. So we have the Magician. I love it. And then I'll pull from the Universe Has Your Back. This is the Oracle deck that I was really feeling called to pull for you and another client that I'm going to be reading for. But I feel like this deck needed to say something. So my advice for you, with the Magician card coming up, Magician card I feel like is saying, like, remember your power. Remember your ability to manifest your own dreams. Remember that you are in control. You are in the driver's seat. As a magician, you have the ability to utilize the things that you have around you, the tools, your experience, you know, your mind, the friends that you have, your whatever, your tools that you have around you, you utilize that to help you make the next move. So I feel like it's like when you feel maybe you're lonely, or you feel like you're stuck, understand that it's simply taking initiative to surround yourself with people who you know support and love you. The more time you spend with people who are backstabbing you, or who you don't trust, or who are just giving you this nasty negative vibe, those are not the people you need to be surrounding yourself with. Those are actually the people you should be distancing yourself from. I'm talking about really true friends that won't judge your decision whether you decide to stay or go in this situation. Those are the kind of people I'm talking about. The people who are giving you the honest truth. The people who are willing to listen to you regardless of their stance on your situation. Those are people I feel like you need to embrace. Because I will say, and I have said it before to you, I feel like you do have a lot of like a circle of toxicity. There's a certain people and friends in your group who you may think or call friends, but even you yourself know that you would never be able to trust them with certain information. And I feel like these are the kinds of people that you need to detach yourself from. Certain people, especially from past readings that I've done for you, there's just some people that I would say that is not a friend. Friends don't do that. Friends don't act that way. And so I urge you to take some time to really reflect on all of that. And also take a break from worrying and focusing so much about love. Maybe what you should be focusing more so is yourself, revamping your path for your dreams and your future, as well as doing a cleanup with the kind of friends that you have in your social circle. Maybe that's where your focus should be rather than love, and then eventually the whole love thing will fall through. It'll happen for you. So what we have here is I choose love no matter what. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is the vibration that I want you to really work with. Choosing love no matter what. Love is the kind, and I'm not just, this isn't just romance. This is like love in forms of like the friends that we were just talking about. People who give you that love feeling, the people who make you feel like they're genuine and that they are supporters of you, that love and care for you unconditionally, and they're not judgmental. That's what this love is. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, just pure romance love. I feel like you have to do a big cleanup. That's another big thing, is like a big cleanup with certain people that are around you. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So when you lean on certainty and faith, you change your mind about the world. So basically, this is you needing to trust yourself, your intuition. I like how it's the eye, because that makes me feel of the third eye, which is your intuition. So trusting your vibe, trusting your intuitive feelings on stuff, especially when we're talking about this guy. I feel like your intuition has been, it's been tugging at you a little bit, and maybe it has been telling you this guy isn't worth your time. And it's time to move on, but maybe you've been afraid to answer that because you don't know what's going to happen afterwards. Maybe that's scary for you. When you lean on certainty and faith, like you change your mind about the world that you see. Your fears of the future, your fears of being alone, those things will shift when you put a lot of trust in the fact that divine timing happens for a reason. When you put trust in the fact that I'm going to trust my intuition, I'm going to cut the strings with him, and then before you know it, you may even have an opportunity with somebody else that'll pop up. But also keep in mind that love doesn't happen when we want it. It happens when it's right for us and when we're ready. So perhaps you're not ready. This could also be an indication of you're not ready. Maybe there's other things you need to focus on before love will come your way. So that's another thing to think about. And lastly, I pulled, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So definitely focusing on love and also focusing on happiness and your own version of happiness, because everybody's version of happiness is different. So your happiness is a direct reflection of your level of faith in the universe. When you're happy and you're truly happy and you respect yourself, you're going to manifest those things back to you. And right now what I'm seeing is there's a tug of war right now with love for you, and it could be because you are putting out energies of not trusting the future, you're insecure about things, self-conscious with yourself, you're not listening, you're not trusting your intuition, so you're not necessarily making wise decisions, and all of that stuff will come back to you in the same form of energy. So that's what I'm saying. And so basically, love, I feel like the message was pretty good. I feel like I hope I delivered it in a very, tasteful way for you. I hope that, you didn't take it as me being too harsh. I do apologize if I came off that way, but I am feeling really strongly about this situation, and I really felt this was the way I needed to deliver it. But if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me. And I wish you all of the best. I hope that you do find the right words and the right, just the right way to handle the situation that is best for you. Ultimately, you will do what you feel is best for you, and you do it. And I just send you all of my love and support, and I will talk to you soon, hopefully. Take care, my love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.